AskReddit by random Italian boy. What do you think is gonna disappear in 10 years? Deleted. Oh shit, eHarmony is still a thing? Dental drills. Maybe not quite, but at the dentist today I noticed the DR using an electric tool and asked if the drills were going electric too. He said they're already using lasers instead of drills and when he expects them to become mainstream in 10 to 15 years. This is interesting. The drill noise is disturbing. I predict in 10 years all these TV streaming services will be available bundled together in one package. They will call it cable television. Sky in the UK already do that with Netflix, Paramount Plus and Discovery. It's just one bill now. I'm sure other streams won't take long to appear. Deleted. The beeper is gonna be making a comeback. Technology's cyclical. My hair. It'll still be there, it's just going to migrate south. Privacy. Already gone. The Agalala Aquifer. Oh, now there's one I haven't worried about in a while. So thanks for reopening that anxiety. World War II veterans. I work for the Veterans Benefits Administration and it is sad how few claims I get from WWII veterans. They are all but gone already. Korean War vets too. Even Vietnam vets are dying off, although mostly for another reason. Fuck you, Agent Orange. At least half of the newspapers in the US. Not surprising. I live in a town of 13,000, and the local paper covers the entire county. A few months ago, they laid off their advertising billing guy. I think they have a staff of maybe 3 people at this point, and it only prints 3 times a week. Attention spans. I disagree. There is no way my attention. Chromebooks in schools. I'm seeing schools going back to paper so kids don't cheat on reports. Probably a lot cheaper than Chromebooks. As an IT guy for over 20 years, Chromebooks are trash. And, no, I don't have any hard feelings toward Google, in general. My patience. It is pretty thin right now. Ownership. From car feature subscriptions to Steam libraries to barely being able to afford rent, let alone paying off a mortgage. Oh yeah. A winter cold enough to kill off enough ticks, chiggers and mosquitoes. Almost there. Ticks never die anymore, they just take a little nap. Ownership. Everything we need is quickly being transitioned into subscription models, where you technically own nothing other than a guarantee of a small bit of product next month. This is going to cause piracy to uptick. Hopefully my acne. Accutane changed my life. Look into it. Mitch McConnell. Oh god, you think it's going to take 10 years? I feel like rollerblading rinks will be non-existent. I see them closing all over. Where do you live that you still got roller rinks? Probably my grandma. She's 94 years old, probably a lot sooner than 10 years. She was a witch her whole life, so no hard feelings. My last grandma made it to 96. No one was sad at her funeral. All her friends had already passed on. Her vision and hearing were shot, so entertaining herself was difficult. She checked out over a decade before. It wasn't a tragedy, it was mercy. Influencers. If we're lucky. I think we're only at the beginning. Having the ability to insert or swipe a credit or debit card. More glaciers. The middle class. Opportunity. Small and mid-sized cities. Retirement. We are at a tipping point where things are becoming too expensive, mortgage rates are hell, people are living longer and getting less value for their money. I seriously do think we will one day end up in a situation where you do some kind of work to the bitter end, unless medically incapable. I gave up on the idea of retirement a few years ago. My situation is largely because of my own poor decisions, but now I'm in my 40s with basically nothing saved. I've started a 401k, again, but I'm just assuming that the best case scenario is that I can survive doing a part-time job by the time I'm 70 or so. WW2 veterans. Kind of crazy to think that when I was a teenager there was still some WW1 veterans around, and now we're not too far off from the last of the Nazi killers dying off. It's even weirder to realize that when my dad was born there was still a couple Civil War veterans kicking around. My great-grandmother came over on the Oregon Trail. I really wish there was a way to impress on kids how recent a lot of history is, especially in the USA. Everything is way more interesting when you have a frame of reference for how fast time moves. I remember when I was like 10 I saw a news program about the last WWI vet dying, and now we at that point for WWII as well. Hopefully my virginity. ASL.